Jaco Pastorius and the Bass of Doom. Jaco Pastorius didn't invent the fretless bass, but one battered Fender helped him completely redefine what the instrument could do. In the early 1970s, Jaco acquired a 1962 Fender Jazz Bass in Florida. According to the most widely repeated story, he paid just $90 for it. The history gets complicated from there. Jaco sometimes claimed that he removed the frets himself with a butter knife. Other accounts say the bass was already badly defretted when he bought it. Either way, Jaco filled the empty fret slots with wood filler and coated the fingerboard with layers of epoxy. That hardened surface became part of his unmistakable sound: bright attack, long slides, harmonics and notes that seemed to sing. The old Fender became known as the Bass of Doom. Jaco used it on some of his most important recordings and turned the fretless bass from a background instrument into something capable of taking center stage. But by the mid-1980s, the Bass of Doom was nearly destroyed. According to Jaco's longtime technician Kevin Kaufman, during an argument Jaco threw the bass down a concrete stairwell. It arrived for repair broken into around 10 major pieces and dozens of splinters. Kaufman and luthier Jim Hamilton spent roughly 150 hours rebuilding it, and in 1986 the restored bass was returned to Jaco. Then it disappeared. Jaco was living a chaotic life in New York and was known to leave the instrument unattended. Not long after its restoration, the Bass of Doom was stolen in Greenwich Village, with some accounts saying it disappeared after being left on a park bench. Jaco never saw it again. For roughly 20 years, nobody knew where it was. Then the bass suddenly resurfaced in a New York guitar shop. A stranger reportedly offered it to the shop for about $1,000, and the owner bought it for only $400, apparently without realizing at first what he had. Jaco's former technician later authenticated it. But getting it back was not simple. The shop owner would not simply return the instrument, and Jaco's family became involved in a long and expensive legal dispute. That is where Metallica bassist Robert Trujillo entered the story. Trujillo was a lifelong Jaco fan. When he learned that the Pastorius family was struggling with the legal costs, he stepped in and provided the money needed to settle the dispute and recover the bass. The exact amount Trujillo paid has never been publicly confirmed. As part of the arrangement, Trujillo became the legal owner of the Bass of Doom, but he has said that Jaco's family has access to it, and Jaco's son Felix has kept the instrument with him. So a bass reportedly bought for just $90, smashed into pieces, rebuilt, stolen, missing for 2 decades and rescued with the help of Metallica's bassist, became one of the most legendary instruments in music history. The Bass of Doom.